Hi guys, welcome to my Flosstube video. It's Angie and it is Wednesday. Wednesday, is it? Yeah, it's Wednesday the 9th of September. It is the day after virtual school started for my kids. And so this is going to be kind of a quick video because I'm still having to help put out technology fires. When we got here, our school district had the option to do virtual or in person. And just after doing some research, some reading, talking to my teacher friends, we decided that we were gonna opt for the virtual experience just because there's so much misinformation. It's hard to know the correct thing to do, but what we felt comfortable with was starting virtually until we knew that our current county's numbers were going down, which, you know, we're averaging 100 plus cases, new ones tracked every day almost. So it's pretty high. And so we were gonna opt to do virtual to start it out, see how that goes. But then because our cases were not going down, the school districts decided they were going to just do 100% virtual. So at that point, now we no longer have a choice. It's fine for almost all my kids. My youngest, he struggles. I think he does better on an in-class setting, sitting there. At least at our last school. Our last school was awesome because they had options. You know, he could sit on a bouncing ball, he could sit on a rocking chair, he could sit on a beanbag with his Chromebook on his lap. He could do so many awesome things, so he didn't have to just sit still. And he doesn't like to just sit still. And you know, he's a bouncy kid. He likes to move. He's 10. Of course he likes to move. But he's doing okay. So, but trying to get everybody going for school is insane, and I'm sure everybody has similar stories. But we had teachers that didn't email classroom links to the kids, and so I'm calling the school and I'm emailing the teacher saying, hey, my kid is in your class right now, but we can't get in. And then finding out that one of my kids had her schedule change and the teachers were never notified. So that was a whole mess of problems, because even when the teachers sent her links to the class, she couldn't get in because technically she wasn't in the class, but she was. That was fun, but we got that situated. And then we had one of our laptops we had to exchange yesterday because my daughter had to sit through her classes not being able to hear anything. that was fun. Just lots of fun. But today things are going a little bit more smoothly, although I still have to help them find their classroom links. I don't know why, because I tell them where to find them and I show them where to find them. Anyway, but this is going to be a quicker than normal video because of that. So it's a gloomy day outside. Yesterday was nice and sunny. Today it's gloomy. But I did a lot. I got some haul, but I didn't take a picture and I didn't save it for you to see. My fabric for the Sasquatch showed up in the mail, and instead of saving it so I could show it to you, I just started Sasquatch, which I'll show you in a minute, because, you know, that's fun. So that came in the mail. I got some more thread that came in the mail because when I finished kitting up my Dark Queen of the Seas stitch along, which was a start last week, I was missing a few of the colors, so I ordered them, and then I ended up taking a last minute trip into town, and I stopped at Hobby Lobby, and lo and behold, Hobby Lobby had every single color I needed. So I just bought them there. So then when the threads came in the mail, now they're just extras, which is fine because you can never have extras. But then I also got my bead pack for the Dark Queen of the Sea Sal, and I did not open that. I opened the packaging so I knew it was the beads, but I haven't seen what all the beads are, so I will show them to you. Let's see, so I've got these pretty, let's see if you can see, shimmery iridescent purple. There's two bags of those. One's a little bit bigger than the other. They're the same color, but one's 2mm and one's 2x6, or sorry, one's 3mm and one's 2x6mm. And then I have these cute little pink seed looking beads. And ooh, some pretty, turquoisey ones. And then, oh, I didn't even know they sent me a needle. So there's a needle with the little, I'm guessing that's supposed to be Nessie or a dinosaur. I'm gonna say Nessie because it's Dark Queen of the Seas. And I have a thing for Nessie. I should show you the picture of me searching for Nessie when I went to Scotland, which I got to do in 2015, and it was amazing. That's pretty. I've got this little gem. I'm sorry, I know there's a better way to show off beads. Usually it's putting a piece of paper or something behind them, but I'm not that fancy. So then I've got these pearls that are kind of egg-shaped. Well, some of them are egg-shaped. They're not all the same shape, which is fun. And then one large pearl. So that's what came for Dark Queen of the Seas. And since we're talking about Dark Queen of the Seas, I got a start. And I've got some needle minders that match the pattern that are coming, because that was another thing that they had, and they're coming in the mail, but they haven't arrived yet. So I started this and I had all the intention of finishing the whole part 1, but one of the colors was missing, and it was an important color and it's a big part of the tail, so I only started. Plus, I just wanted to stitch on a lot of things this last week, so I did little bits on lots of things. But this is the start. And I'm gonna, I probably have already inserted what this part 1 will look like. I've inserted the picture beforehand, but so here we have the start of the pretty fish on my pretty fabric. So yay. And I don't have this is what it looked like before because it was a new start. So this is what it looks like now. Pretty pretty. And there's 2 more fish that will be on here. I mean, I inserted the picture, so you should know. I worked some more on Harry Potter pillow. I just finished the flag, got the letter done, got the raven done. So this flag is finished and I'm now almost 60% done. These flags are a huge portion of the stitches. So I've got one more flag over here, and then, you know, there's just this won't take me much longer. It's just this flag, these flags. I mean, there's probably a good 500 or 600 stitches in each one of these flags alone. And then you've got the different patterns. I mean, lots of counting to make these even. And then of course you've got the pattern for the animal. So I think I have Slytherin is the last one right there. And then everything else is just these leaves in the borders, and then they've got little animals and pumpkin juice and stuff, and a couple more of these things. And then I've got a couple other things I could potentially add in here somewhere if I decide to. So that's where I'm at with Pillow Sampler. So I've got some work to do on that this week. I worked some more on Garden Prelude. So I added some more to the dress up there. Like I said, just little amounts on lots of different things, because I just felt like starting things this last week. Plus, I've mentioned before that I have joined the No New Starts 2021 Facebook group, and they just released all the rules. And so in case you're interested, it is a Facebook group. And oh, hold on. Sorry, I have been randomly texted. Somebody trying to find out why I'm not answering the door when I'm home. And some teenager trying to find her friend and texted me instead. That's okay. So anyway, the No New Starts 2021 is a Facebook group. I think you can just search it under that. And the plan is to try to whittle down your WIPs. So if you are someone who has a monstrous amount of works in progress, this is a great way for you to focus on it. There will be some challenges within the group where you do a certain amount of things, I think. But they just released the rules for the group in September, at the beginning of September, I mean. And the rule on what constitutes a WIP, you know, because if you have something with one stitch on it, can you call that a WIP, or does it have to be halfway done? And I believe they came up to the number 200 stitches in any project, and it's considered a WIP. And then you have to fill out a form that lists all of the WIPs that you're planning to work on, because once the new year starts, you can't work on any others. So you can put more than you plan to work on, as long as what you work on is on the list that you plan, and then you get to create an album in there with pictures of what all. Anyway, it's a big thing. And so I've decided, you know, I have the plans that I had. So I wanted to make sure I got some starts in. So that's kind of what this week was. But I worked some. I just showed you Garden Prelude. I started working on Avatar. Ooh. So we've got some earthbending going on right here. And I mean, if you'll believe it, this is over 100 stitches. So this is 18 count Aida. So these stitches are pretty tiny. I mean, they're not super tiny. Just wait, you'll see some super tiny stitches, but they're tiny enough. The good news is each one you've got the earth. I think the order is earth, air, fire, water. Anyway, each one only has 3 colors, maybe 4. So you have the lighter green, and then it kind of gets darker, and then darker, and then darker, and it just comes down. So not a lot of. I mean, so what I'll do is I'll stitch the outline in the one color, and then I can just sit there and mindlessly fill in the color. So I like having something that's an easy, where I'm not sitting there having to constantly count. So there was that. I started, like I said earlier, I started Sasquatch. Looks like a lot, doesn't it? This is actually his face. Can't really tell, but I believe this is the tip of his nose. So I got started on Sasquatch. This one is an Aida Easy Grid, and my my other Haid, and this one is a Haid. This is Sasquatch. I can't remember the name. It'll be linked down here, but not linked, but you'll see the name. But it's a Haid from Heaven and Earth Designs, and he's cute. He's fun, but I'm also missing a few of the colors for him, so I couldn't fill in any of this because I don't have the color. That color might actually be in the bag that came downstairs. And last, I'm pretty sure this is the last thing I worked on. I could be forgetting something, but I'm pretty sure this is it. I started the Virtual Stitchers, started the Mayflower Stitch Along, and I'm stitching on a Little House Needleworks Mayflower's Landing. And I, for some reason, decided I was going to stitch this one over one. I think it's just because I'm sitting downstairs watching my kids do school, because some of them I need to watch do school so that they're not off doing YouTube instead. And so I'm sitting here at the kitchen table. What else am I going to do, right? And I'm in the kitchen, so I've got bright light. And so 1 over 1 just seemed fun. So here is the start. And I'll show it up close here so you can see. And before I get anybody saying, you spelled Plymouth wrong, apparently this is the Old English and it says on the pattern that they do the Old English of Plymouth. So right now I'm just trying to get down to the meat of it, which is the ship and the people, and this is a flagpole. So I'm kind of just stitching enough of the words that I can count to get down. And so that's, I mean, it's not much. I started this yesterday and it's slow going because, like I said, tiny stitches, so a little bit more. In fact, I don't know if you can see the shadow here of where I've already had to unpick because I counted wrong. I put this one, the line that's here, I did it up here, so it went over too far, and I'm sure y'all have those moments where you think you're focusing, but you're not, and miscounts. So I'm probably going to work on this for a little bit more today, and then I might switch to Harry Potter. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Still waiting on my Raven Queen fabric and the needle minders, and I think that's it. Nothing too exciting going on, so I will do some stitchy stuff this week, and then we'll see. And it sounds like somebody's coming up the stairs, so I'm gonna have to go and help some kids. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. If your kids are starting school, I hope it goes easy and well for you. If they are going in person, I hope that everything goes well for them and that they're able to enjoy the school year, even with all of the changes and differences and social distancing. I hope it goes well. I think that's the hardest part is, you know, we moved here from far away. My kids don't know anybody, and my daughter came down, she's like, how am I supposed to meet new people in Zoom? Be like, hey, I saw your picture on my computer screen, want to be friends? I feel for him. It's got to be really hard. How do you make friends when you can't actually meet anybody? Adventures. Anyway, have a great week and talk to you next time. Bye.